This week on the Magnificently Huge podcast, Megalopolis.
Welcome to the Magnificently Huge podcast with your hosts, Eric Reed, Brian Kruger, and Chris Ryerson. Three idiots who decided to slap an adverb together with an adjective to bring you one magnificently huge discussion each week about the movies and pop culture we kinda like, maybe even secretly love, before we ultimately crab all over them. We're not here to save the world, we're just here to make it weirder, one podcast at a time. This is Magnificently Huge.
Okay, this is a weird one. I decided we should watch this movie because I'd heard about how bad it is and how expensive it is and how it is expensively bad. And you'll hear in the show that I'm kind of defending it, but it's been about a week now, and I got to tell you, it's really bad. Like, you don't deserve to have this much money to make a movie if you're going to make something this poorly thought out and poorly executed. It's everything you've heard. Golly, I don't know what to say about it other than that. So we're going to talk about it. If you've seen it, you know. All right.
Well, hey, everybody. It's Magnificent Huge Podcast again.
Woo! Hey! You can't stop us. We won't stop.
I didn't get a hurrah out of
coming
that
back.
Anyway, let's do the introductions before we forget because we suck. This is Chris.
Are you sure?
Just making sure. Do you agree? Is that fair? I'm Chris.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
This is Eric.
Hey, Eric. And this is Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hello.
And we're Gen X. We're Gen X old dudes with a podcast.
Yeah, we're so stupidly Gen X.
The only podcast with three white Gen X dudes.
Yeah. We don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah, and we're not brought to you by HelloFresh or Bombas socks. We do this just for the love of the game. No ads, no nothing. We're just here.
Are those the new big time sponsors for podcasts now?
They're the big time ones. The last time I heard an ad.
Yeah, Ground News is the new one, right?
Yeah.
Because it used to be what? Oh, those food delivery things.
Yeah, it was HelloFresh and Blue Apron and Factor.
Blue Apron, that was the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ground News, whose business model is we're going to put up, all of the different polarized sources for a given topic, which therefore means that if we ever solve the problem that Ground News is trying to solve, which is to depolarize things, Ground News has no business model. Right. So I'm sure that will go well.
But the thing is, if you look at Ground News, it's funny. All the news stories are basically kind of in the middle, except some of them are very on the left or very on the right. And they usually have headlines like Nancy Pelosi sucks all of the dicks. It's like you can kind of tell at a glance whether or not.
So at my gym, right, like they have, at least one screen turned to Fox and at least one screen turned to CNN. And just seeing the differences in the chyrons as the day goes by is just brutal. There was a day where those TVs were off and I went to the front desk and I'm like, how do I leave positive feedback? How do I tell the manager that it's the greatest thing to have the news channels off? Just turn them off, right? Yeah. Like, put anything else on. Put sports on. Put QVC on. Just not while I'm on the treadmill, guys. Please.
I would rather watch The View, sir.
What's going to be interesting is, in a couple of weeks when CNN goes into direct competition with Fox for most right-wing nonsense, how everyone finally abandons the last of cable, news. It's like all going to be
Fox,
online talking heads.
Well, that's always going to have a built-in.
It'll be Fox, and in a way, it'll be CNN, but all old dying people, like people who can't seem to get it together to go online and read their news.
Yeah, kind of like our country. I'm just spitballing on that one.
It makes me sad. Also, there's one channel that shows literally nothing other than reruns of How I Met Your Mother and 2.5 Men, and that's all they show every day at the gym. Just one of those two shows. I swear to God.
Is it FX? Is it USA? Is it
There is
AMC?
actually
No.
on Roku and I guess on our Google Player, there are whole channels that are dedicated to single shows.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
yeah.
That's
If
like
you-
that on Tubi. I watch classic Doctor Who on it all the time.
Yeah, if you go into Pluto, like their classic TV channel, and it's stuff like Hogan's Heroes, obviously, but then you've got Addams Family, which is so stupid because there's only 2 seasons of the Addams Family, so it's literally like 30 episodes, and they just show them on a loop. And then you get Beverly Hillbillies, Three's Company. I mean, it's just so ridiculous because it's stuff. It's like
Just
I don't need
as
to watch
a
this.
channel, just the Gilligan's
just as-
Island channel,
Yeah,
or
just
whatever.
to dedicate. But they haven't. But they don't do like the ones that you would think. Like the Brady Bunch doesn't get their own channel. Gilligan's
So
Island.
basically,
it's just-
anything anybody's still paying for,
Yeah,
not so much.
yeah. Basically,
Okay.
If
like
they can
a-
get the rights to it.
A great way to make, something very delicious out of leftovers. Those
Yeah.
shows nobody wants. I'm sure there's like I don't know if there should be a Petticoat Junction channel, but there should be a
there's-
CBS rural channel so that you
They-
get Petticoat Junction and then Mayberry RFD and then Beverly
Well-
Hillbillies.
Well, since they have the Beverly Hillbillies channel in Pluto, that you get an alternate channel that kind of just mixes things up, but it's literally like Petticoat Junction followed by Green Acres, that kind
Okay.
of bullshit. So
You
yeah,
get
they
it.
do it.
Yeah.
They do it. Yeah,
TV
It's fun.
goulash.
yeah.
Anyway,
But the best part about it, though, I will just end with this: is the Hogan's Heroes channel. My wife was so excited when they got it because when she's home, like working from home, she'll put that on in the background just as white noise. But when it gets to the 6th season, the last season of Hogan's Heroes, Ivan Dixon is no longer there as Kinchlow, and they brought in another African American guy to kind of deck over the role. And she's like, "This is bullshit. That's fake Kinch. I hate this season." So if you come in and it's like the 6th season, she's like always hoping it's at night when she's going to bed. So in the morning, it'll just start over again.
I kind of want to do a contest. I kind of want, like, without looking at the RSS feed, friends, like, I want people who listen to the podcast to reach out to us at magnificentlyhuge@gmail.com, and whoever can get closest to the number of distinct episodes where Hogan's Heroes has come up
Hey,
on this podcast
man.
gets a no prize.
I mean, I could talk about the Wild Wild West channel if you want.
I would actually,
Yeah.
though I am disappointed we never got the reboot films for the Acreverse, which would be the Green Acres movie starring Johnny Knoxville and Penelope Cruz,
Oh,
and it
God.
becomes such a big hit that they make a Petticoat Junction movie and they make a Beverly Hillbillies and then they have like the multiverse tag team come together where they're, I'm not sure what they would do.
I
in that
legitimately
movie.
don't know if the Green Acres movie starring Johnny Knoxville and Penelope Cruz
No.
is real or not.
But like, if you get into a Petticoat Junction movie, Will Ferrell would have to be Uncle Joe.
Oh,
That's how you would sell
Okay.
it. And he would just
Bonus
be like,
no prize for the number of shows that independently mention fucking Petticoat Junction somehow.
and the three sisters, they have to all be played by porn stars who have since become legit actresses. I don't know their names, but it's
No, they
happening.
just need to be people who sell their bathwater on OnlyFans just to square that circle, right,
Or-
Eric?
What did I
Yeah.
just say?
Yeah.
yeah. Or just make it Sydney Sweeney, but she has to dye her hair red, brunette, or blonde, just depending on which
Christ.
sister she's playing.
Now that everybody has left the show and turned it off and gone on to something else, let's get to our normal intro segment
Okay.
where we talk about other things we've been watching and doing and whatever, and it's called The Fresh Shit.
This shit is fresh.
Oh shit, that is fresh.
This stuff is really fresh.
I mean, if people aren't enjoying the conversation at the outset,
They should probably tune out anyway
Yeah.
if they're not getting it. Because God damn it, I'm putting together the Acreverse and I need some input.
the acre
Call
verse.
Johnny
More like-
Knoxville stat.
It's more like the hillbilly verse because that was what started it all.
Yeah.
Those
It's
are all
Penelope
spin-offs.
Cruz because she was the first actress I could think of with a thick accent.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. Anyway,
That
fresh shit.
legitimately seemed plausible that in like 2003 that somehow got made.
I mean,
Anyway.
y'all forgot my my pitch years ago for a Petticoat Junction movie that was actually
We're
like
still on Petticoat Junction.
they're a coven of
Yes!
witches. They're a coven of witches, and somebody gets stuck in Hooterville and has to fight for their life.
There is there is a like what the people who make those great trailers on YouTube that get the tone completely wrong.
Right.
They make like a suspense movie version of the Petticoat Junction trailer.
Mm,
That's almost just what you described.
I'll have to look it up.
Oh boy.
These, I mean, you get persnickety about it, Brian, but these are very particular childhood memories that have just sort of solidified in the brain. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
So
get
it's
that,
hard.
but like the percentage of the population that remembers what that is a single digit percentage.
Hey, are you?
But they're
are you
all
trying
our
to like?
audience.
Yeah. Are you trying to just be monoculture? Can't we just enjoy what we enjoy? Thank
I'm
you.
pretty sure that the kids who listen to this show are already going, these guys are old.
Yeah. It's how we weed out. It's how we weed out.
That explains some things. Like,
yeah.
Anybody seen anything this century?
No. Yes. Yes, I did. I finally watched Godzilla Minus One.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's good. I did not expect it to be such a sort of drama following the travails of a failed kamikaze pilot after the war as they rebuild Tokyo, and then there's some Godzilla stuff. But the destruction was really cool. They nailed it. But again, all these modern Godzilla movies haven't quite figured out the Godzilla to human interest ratio. I want more Godzilla, but at the same time, this one took extra care to make a compelling human character. Whereas other movies, it's just sort of like, oh, I'm just a placeholder scientist or whatever. And we have to do this. So
I thought Godzilla Minus One pulled off the classic movie monster trick, right? Which is that they spent the absolute, minimum amount of money they could get away with to put just enough Godzilla into it.
Yeah.
And literally, I think every shot of Godzilla is in the trailer. And
that's what I'm saying. It's
they just
he's
made
not
a
in it a lot.
different movie and edited that Godzilla shit into it. Like,
yeah.
It's full on your Roger Corman values of maximum impact, minimum budget.
Yeah, but it's also the version of Godzilla that would be like for zombie movies. The corollary would be like 28 Days Later. It's like he's just meaner, he's faster, he's bigger, he's more brutal. And
what
sometimes
I think they got with it is that if you think of it, there's every single scene, whether he's in it or not, is about Godzilla. Even the human drama is about Godzilla. That's tough. Because that's the part I hate the most is when you have filler. When you have like the teens trying to get laid and the parents worried about, I don't know what, AI data centers, some bullshit instead of the thing trying to kill them.
Yeah.
It's like, no, everything is about Godzilla. It all wraps nicely.
Well, I think my favorite part about this take too, because it's sort of the prequel, hence the title Minus One. So it takes.
Yeah, I was going to ask why is it called Minus One? I've seen it and I don't know,
Well, because I always took that as a dig at the current modern Godzilla movies. Like, hey, assholes, this is the real Godzilla story.
Well, because the first Godzilla movie came out in like 1950, and this was all centered in the late 40s, and so I think that's why they did the Minus One, because it's sort of like this is where everything starts.
Okay,
so that's my take on it anyway.
The sequel is actually going to be titled Godzilla Minus Zero.
Yeah.
Which I guess just, Godzilla then?
We're still counting down to the beginning.
Have to, yeah. But it's just, what I enjoyed was that they didn't do like they do in the normal movies where the Japanese security force has to like step up and do the thing. Because basically they're still in Reconstruction after World War II. And so it's this like citizen-led task force where they get a couple of like destroyers through a deal with the government and this and that so that they can go take care of business. And it's kind of compelling adventure stuff for a good chunk of it. So I think they understood how to make interesting characters with their own arcs and sort of problems and issues. but also put it against the backdrop of just it's a giant kaiju destroying everything, and you can't get away from it. So it was good, and I liked they do the big plan, and then they have a plan B. Both of those fail. Spoilers. Before they do the final sacrifice to save humanity,
where they
and
get their Macintosh and they give Godzilla a computer virus with floppy disks.
Yeah, basically.
No, even better, they have a Dornier arrow that they can fly into it. Those I've never seen one of those in a movie. Those are cool.
so it was, you know, it had a lot of fun moments. It dragged from time to time because it's like you do these spectacular Godzilla destructive scenes, and then you have like 15, 20 minutes of just human drama, and then back to the Godzilla. So at times it felt a little uneven, but it's definitely the best one I have seen in I don't know how long, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But I still miss the days of guys in suits just stomping on models. That's still my favorite.
It's a solid B movie. I'm a
it's
little disappointed in the Godzilla Minus Zero. I would have preferred that they just started going into bigger and bigger negative numbers, you know. Godzilla Minus Two.
Yeah.
I do think though that they are important films to have now with the oh god, what are we calling it? The current slate of shit monster movies that Godzilla is.
The Godzilla versus Kong or whatever.
Yeah. The modern verse, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they suck. And they have all of the money and all of the effects and they suck. Yeah. And so it's nice to see something simpler that gets the assignment right.
Well, plus it's like compared to that one they did 10 years ago or whatever with the kid from Kick-Ass. Was it Aaron Taylor Johnson? It's like literally you'd get no Godzilla for the entire duration of that film.
Yeah.
It's like, why even call it fucking Godzilla if you're just gonna show the aftermath? It's just so dumb.
Yeah, it was so enervating. That was just so mad at that.
So at least in Minus Zero, you get some hardcore, just heavy duty destruction. It was so great. Yeah.
Does this make you appreciate the Roland Emmerich 2008 Godzilla more?
Oh God, no! That is a fucking travesty. That is a fucking travesty, and always will be.
Well, there was a Godzilla stomping the shit out of things, so
yeah, but it was Emmerich style, so it was it didn't have any stakes. And then when they show in the little Godzilla babies, it's just like, come on,
yeah. And all of these side stories had nothing to do with Godzilla, so it all felt like it was full of filler. Yeah, I don't think Matthew Broderick can wear a beret for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He wore it in Ferris Bueller and got away with it. And now. Anyway.
So there you go. Godzilla Minus One.
Okay.
It was fun.
Coming soon to a theater near you, Godzilla minus 0.5.
Yeah. Followed by.
As we asymptotically never quite get all the way to Godzilla.
Yeah. Followed by Godzilla imaginary number. Let's just do that. Let's just make your algebraic equation.
Godzilla pi r squared.
Yeah.
So, God.
You know, hey, I didn't make the rules, man.
Square root of Godzilla.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Eric, what have you got for us today?
I'm still reading Brothers Karamazov. I got nothing.
Oh, good Lord. How far into it?
Book 4.
Okay.
I mean, it's a slog, but it's like, I'm going to do this shit. I am going to.
I mean,
I had this realization. I'm going to be dead pretty soon. And it's like, this is one of the things I said I would get done. And it's a lot easier than, people have those dopey bucket lists of like parachuting or whatever. No. I need to read this and I've read Moby Dick. After this, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough one, man. I tried to read Crime and Punishment years ago, and that's a slog too. It's like they're classics, but at the same time, it's just like it's
easier to read, but it's so goddamn depressing. Crime and Punishment is so and I'm not even going to bother with War and Peace. That's like unnecessarily just thick.
I mean,
it's so Russian. It's so Russian.
Well, but yeah, it's just that's 19th century literature in a nutshell for me. Some of it's really good, but it's tough, man. The prose is just so stilted sometimes, even in the translations from the European and such. So it's not. Yeah,
you got to find a good translator. But I think Brothers Karamazov is actually funny because it's these 3 brothers and their dad, and they all hate each other.
That's Eric identifies.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. But that's all I got.
What you reading for
Yeah.
Jerk.
All right. I'll see if I can move us back in the general direction of the mindlessness of Godzilla.
Okay.
So I did go to the theater and saw Disclosure Day.
Oh, that's the new Spielberg, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't even care. But tell us. Good,
Okay.
bad, indifferent.
So I call this Discarded Day in that I think that somebody fucked up and edited together all of the stuff that got cut out of some other better movie that made sense.
What?
I mean, this is good for today's topic too, because it's like classic
You're not
directors
wrong.
who've had these decades-long careers. It's like, what are they even doing? It's like most of them just seem to hit that like decline, and there's no escaping it.
You've seen the trailer, I assume, to Disclosure Day, which is this sort of
film.
I just know it's like he's doing another alien invasion thing, but this time it's somewhere between Is it somewhere between Close Encounters and War of the Worlds? They're like,
yeah, actually. Well,
Okay.
no, I mean, not so much War of the Worlds.
Is this the one where they figure out that aliens are either here or coming, and we can't tell the people because reasons?
Yeah, we can't tell the people, and so this is really the story about the people who are trying to tell the people and get the word out, and they're being pursued by Colin Firth and his ability to use alien magic wands, and there's really nothing to call them other than magic wands. They are wand shaped, and they basically do magic shit to like psychically intrude on their minds, and it's nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's the trailer makes it look like, here's this big sort of like mysterious thing, and we're keeping our cards close to our chest, but the whole movie keeps the cards close to the chest and just does not like it's frustrating. There are a couple of moments of Spielberg doing what Spielberg does best. There's an amazing long oneer that introduces Emily Blunt's character. Okay, but it's amazing because it's a long oneer. There's one like Spielberg Jurassic Park level action set piece that involves cars versus trains.
okay.
In which we actually see like one car shove another car under a train and get dragged along by the train, and everything else that happens. That is a, like, when that scene gets on YouTube in the not too distant future, watch that scene because it rules. But like, there's another
with Spielberg, like you say, there's always at least one really solid set piece that is amazing, but often it's surrounded by just a bunch of blah
gunk.
Well,
yeah.
So, big shocker. The climax of Disclosure Day is Disclosure Day itself, in which we actually tell everybody about these aliens. And then there's all of this footage from all throughout history of the aliens and all that. And they are gray aliens. And I was so disappointed because there was just such an easy layup here where they could have inserted any shots at all of Close Encounters and just made this a sequel to Close Encounters and say, yeah, that happened as well, just like the Roswell shit happened and whatever else we say happened. And they didn't bother. And it's like, why not? It would have worked.
You might not have the rights.
Yeah, well, maybe. But so he's done these 3 different alien invasion type movies now. Well, big ones anyway.
Well, I mean, he did Close Encounters, he did E.T., he did War of the Worlds,
Like, where on the scale do the aliens in this one sit? Are they fun? Are they friendly? Are they angry?
They're in archival footage. I mean, they're not even really present until the very, very end.
So do they pose any sort of threat?
The alien that we see is much larger than the aliens we've been seeing in the archival footage. And then they go to talk to the alien, and that's the end of the movie before that conversation starts. And it just ends. And it's like, again, is this the outtakes movie?
I mean,
we got to the part where something was going to happen and we just stopped.
No. The end of the movie has to be the alien going, knock, knock, and then like
I
liquefying
I
them with a
said
ray
that
gun.
to Jolene. I was waiting for the ack moment. No.
I mean, it sounds like you should just go back and watch Arrival again or something. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah, well actually Arrival is a much better movie.
Oh yeah.
This is just so disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very well made. Emily Blunt does a great job, like she always does. Colin Firth is pretty good.
it just but based on everything I've heard and in your summation, that's kind of the vibe. It's just sort of like meh. Because at least Close Encounters is a classic. I love that movie. And then I love that he did War of the Worlds years later and did like the totally opposite where they're just here to fuck shit up. I mean, it's like that's the two sort of competing images of aliens. And then you get this, and I'm like, it sounds like they just hedged. They weren't really sure. That they wanted to
like the
human
message
drama.
was that we've been abusive to the aliens for generations or whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
The creatures that have the technology to cross the vast distances and light years to get to us are somehow victimized by us? How does that work?
yeah, because we're dicks.
Yeah.
And they're
We're
small.
apparently very technically adept at being dicks too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know,
I mean,
it's the big blue marble. Come on,
the aliens in this have about as much presence in this movie as did the aliens in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
how dare you even mention that?
In fact, they should have put footage of that into the montage at the end. And why not? Like it
That's sort of it reminds, because I didn't bring it earlier because I just started watching it, but the show Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk. Have you seen it at all?
Yep.
My wife watched some of it. I have not.
I'm only a couple episodes in, but it is quite amusing because it's basically the crash landed alien who was here to destroy Earth, but he lost the device and now he has to blend in as a human and sort of just gets co-opted into this like weird, like Northern Exposure, Twin Peaks kind of thing. It's so far it's pretty amusing because it's just him being really just weird and interacting with everybody. But his big catchphrase, I guess, is "This is some bullshit." That's just carries over to everything. So I expect that's probably a better ride than Disclosure Day from the sound of it.
Yeah. And so for a palate cleanser, there's a show, you can catch it on Amazon Prime. I assume it's BBC. I don't know, some British show. But it's called Last One Laughing.
Yeah. It's literally the same group of comedians that shows up on every panel show.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And Jimmy Carr hosts it. And the idea is they put a bunch of comedians in a room together and you're not allowed to smile or laugh. Mm-hmm. And if you smile or laugh once, you get a yellow card. You do it twice, you get a red card and you're booted. And it is this very strange experience of watching funny stuff where everyone has to not react. Right. And so it kind of breaks the whole tone of I mean, it works, but it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. It's like the one clip I saw was what's her name? Diane Morgan, who does Philomena Kunk.
Okay, so I haven't seen, that's the second season. I'm on the first season. She's not on this one.
Because there's a bit where she gets up and she's reading like Robert Frost or something, like seriously. But in the middle of it, she just like leans in and does like farts. And like these giant fart noises come in, and it is the most ridiculous thing. And you could literally tell everybody watching is trying so hard not to laugh because it's the most primal joke there is.
Oh yeah,
like somebody's farting on stage.
There's a lot of that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's
literally everybody who's been on Taskmaster is on this.
Yeah, basically. Taskmaster Richard Ayoade is in the next season coming. Yeah, and I'm so jazzed for that. So
Ayoade's in the first season of Last One Laughing, and he's a tough one to crack.
It's good stuff. Anyway,
so yeah, if you want to watch people try not to laugh, that's your show, baby.
I mean, did you ever in the 70s see that show Make Me Laugh, the game show? It's sort of that same vibe, but it's just other comedians trapped in a room and can't laugh. So it works, I guess. Are you enjoying it though? That's
Okay. I mean, it's a fun diversion. It's
and very distinctly British as well.
Very distinctly British. Yeah.
So, take that as you will.
Yeah. I'm having fun with it, but yeah, I won't last long, and that's fine.
Well, you're not competing, so fuck it. Laugh. You want to laugh? Laugh. Do it. I dare you.
All
Laugh,
right.
you son of a bitch, laugh.
Pretty sure they say exactly that on this show.
Yeah. And why not?
All right. Well, that's the fresh shit this week. Let's get on with the show.
Fucking Megalopolis. Whose idea was this? Eric.
Was it mine?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm curious as to why. That's the main thing.
Because it was a movie that's been greatly maligned, but it seems like nobody's seen, and so nobody knows why it was greatly maligned. And so I wanted to see for myself what the deal was. And yeah, I guess I don't need to ask you guys what you thought.
I think Brian's the best test case because you saw this in the theater, did you?
Yeah,
not?
well, I brought it to the podcast like 2 years ago.
Like you literally went to a theater, paid money for a ticket to sit there.
Yes.
And grow weeds on your ass in befuddlement, I'm assuming.
So let's try and explain what Megalopolis is,
Good
and
luck.
then we'll react to it. So
Good luck. First of all, it's a really big lopolis, as Eric pointed out on our channel.
yes, it is.
So.
It is the most mega of lopolises.
An inventor guy who discovers a material that helps him build incredible structures and freeze time. And
Called
and
Megalon.
He's sort of locked horns with the mayor of New Rome, which is New York, and who is the sort of conservative who wants things to stay the way they are. And
he's Joe Biden.
Yeah,
basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But and so the new inventor who wants to sort of change the way we exist, and they're both not good for the people, so the people are rising up, and
then Shia LaBeouf being just more weird than usual,
being Trump.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But the good news is, in the end, they hang him upside down like Mussolini, the way we should do with the current president of the United States. But anyway,
and his administration. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, it's a philosophical treatise on exactly how do you improve the human condition when it's so goddamn difficult to do without hurting somebody.
And apparently it's based on a real life Roman history event, loosely
framed around the Catalanarian conspiracy or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
but it's not really about that. It's really more about Metropolis. I mean,
Megalopolis.
Like a lot of Francis Ford Coppola movies, it's about Francis Ford Coppola's frustration with his own life in some ways.
But damn, dude, this thing is just.
This is the most overindulgent, total mess. He's been making this for years and years and years. He's been wanting to make this for years and years and years. He has total creative control over it. And it is a train wreck.
Dude sold his winery for $100-something million in a finance thing. Yeah. So he spent his own money on this and lost everything. It's like, I almost feel bad for him, but I don't.
There are problems with it, but I don't hate it.
Oh, I think it's fascinating. I think that it's the sort of thing that film students are going to pick apart forever because there are individual things in it that are good. But as an overall narrative, like the movie, not even sure what the theme of this movie is.
Yeah,
right. Like it changes what it's about like every 15 minutes, and it's just got lots and lots of ideas and no structure. It's crazy.
No, I think it does have a structure. It's just there is a lot going on. And I think this movie is hurt by, two big things. One, it is very muddled. It doesn't cleanly move, from story point to story point. And the dialogue is atrocious. I think his biggest problem was not hiring someone really capable to do a rewrite on the dialogue.
But here's the thing. I was reading up on it after the fact because I was just befuddled by the entire enterprise. And the way he approached the filmmaking is he he didn't really follow a script. Like every day on set was just something different that he wanted to try.
That's why.
And he brought, and the actors could
like
bring their own shit to it. And it sounds like just every day of filming was so disjointed. And it's like, how do you put all that together into a cohesive narrative? You can't.
Watching this film is like finding out what it's like to have ADHD, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's just, and now this distraction, and now this.
And the thing is, again, I didn't hate that. I think I got into it a lot more than you guys did. Because I liked the discussion of exactly how do you improve things so that everybody's happy when nobody is the same. I couldn't even get jump started to that because I'm watching it. I'm like, my first thought was, okay, so he spent 120 something million for this or more. Why does it look so fucking cheap? That was my first thought. Mm-hmm.
It does look cheap.
And I got distracted by that. And then it was just this muddled narrative where like he didn't really have, like he started with the hook with Adam Driver on the roof and he stops time, but he doesn't really explain it. It just sort of happens. And then that rolls in later when he stops time during the building demolition and the girl sees it. But it's like none of it.
I want to know if anybody understood that. So this is one of the many threads that just gets forgotten. But Adam Driver can stop time. And then at some point, he loses the ability to stop time. But then at another point, he regains the ability to stop time.
With her.
I don't know why. And it also has no payoff. And then we just stop doing it. And what was that?
They don't explain it scientifically, but it has to do with that element he discovered that he got the
Megalon.
But they don't really.
Right. He explains that he discovered it when he was trying to help his wife. So it has to do with human capacity for love, but it isn't explained further than that.
Yeah.
And that's why when he gets broken after being arrested for supposedly having sex with the underage a Vestal virgin,
who's actually an adult. Yeah.
Yeah. He can't do it anymore because his heart is broken. Then she shows up and he has love again and he can do it again.
Yeah.
It's like a very direct sort of.
But if that was the movie, mythical. If that was the movie, that would have been really engaging to me. But he throws in just everything. It's like a kitchen sink movie and none of it really connects entirely. And so he's like got like 4 different films working within the same 2 hours.
Okay.
And it's just,
But he gets, I'm staying on this one abandoned thread. So he gains the ability to stop time again. So whatever, he gets his boner back or whatever it is that's happening here.
His mojo. Yeah.
And
it's, his spiritual Viagra.
And then nothing, uses it for nothing, does not use the ability to stop time to do anything.
No.
Well, because it's not just stopping time. It's also creating all those structures. When the satellite destroys, central New Rome, then he's able to use this stuff now. Because he's been talking the whole time about how he wants to rebuild the city and he can't. Nobody wants to let him. He doesn't have the budget. When the satellite fucks up everything in the city, he now has carte blanche to make the shit work.
Yeah.
And that's the other use for it, is making these structures.
It's just, But by the time you get to all of that, it's just sort of like, for me, I was just totally checked out. Mm-hmm. I literally was just staring at the screen and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And what is this going on now? And how does that connect? I was so irritated that I just couldn't pay attention. And it's just like, and it's not like I don't get dense movies. I don't get, I like challenging movies like, Bergman or whatever.
But the thing is, Bergman makes it easier for you by allowing you to enjoy, like, say, the dialogue.
Yeah.
This is a slog in that you really need to lean into it. And I don't blame you for not being into it. I had to push to like finish this film, but I still got it. I still get what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
And again, if he had not done that silly bullshit you just said about the dialogue, if he hadn't fired his production designer and visual effects artist halfway through, this thing would have been a bit more cohesive. But it says something when Shia LaBeouf is like the brightest spot in it.
I'm a Shia LaBeouf he's a guilty pleasure. I'm okay with Shia LaBeouf.
I mean,
But this was made for him. This is like every ounce of his crazy on display and used effectively.
yeah. But at the same time, it's just, I mean, granted, Coppola's got a very legendary persona as a difficult filmmaker, you know, like that. I mean, that all started with around Apocalypse Now, where it was just that crazy, chaotic production, and that just basically stuck. But he's never really made anything really great after that. And I think he's just chasing it. And this is, I think, him 40 years in the making thinking, yeah, I'm going to hit this one out of the park. And it's just, at some point, it's like, dude, did you spend any time in that 40-year span actually honing down your script and making something filmable? Possibly. But then when you decide to come in and go, okay, I want your idea. Let's do this today instead. It's like, how is that filmmaking? And especially for $120 million of your own money, it's like you're just pissing it away. I just don't get it. I'm befuddled, sir.
Definitely some big production mistakes.
Yeah.
Structurally, I like this. I like the story behind it. I wish a different writer had been put in charge of it.
Right.
You know, he could have very easily wrote a very in-depth treatment and then hired someone capable to write it.
Right.
So
if he had done it in verse
make.
form, if this had been one of the one of Shakespeare's Rome plays, this could have worked. You know, but Shakespeare's dead.
The point I think he's trying to make is that we need to make progress and we need to let go of the past and build a brighter future and let go of some of the institutional friction that's holding us back as a species, right?
I mean, no, I get it. But
no, but I didn't get it. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get to here, right? Is that came out of left field in the last like 10, 15 minutes of the movie. I'm watching this movie and all of a sudden the message is that. And I'm like, okay, well, one, you don't cast Adam Driver as that, you know, Ayn Randian, you know, Superman or whatever, because he's kind of sus, right? He's Adam Driver, you know. So what's the message here? We should like go follow Elon Musk. Like I'm not buying it.
So you don't like the Kylo Ren character, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's
nice.
good. Yeah.
Kylo Ren.
Thank you.
Anyway,
but they were having that discussion, like, you know, subtly throughout the film. I think they write out and have when he has the conversation with Cicero. When, you know, they're having dinner after she's pregnant and they, you know, he's meeting the father-in-law, they write out and talk about, well, exactly how do you make things better?
I mean, I guess, but stylistically, it's sort of like it seemed like Coppola was kind of grabbing for stuff like what Baz Luhrmann does, like his Romeo and Juliet, or
there was a lot of that. Yeah,
and it's like, but
definitely, yeah, I agree.
But when I looked at it, I'm like, but this is what happens when you take all the kineticism out of a Baz Luhrmann film. This is what you're left with. That was one of my final thoughts when I turned it off. I didn't even make it through the last like 30 minutes. I was just like, I fucking can't. So I missed all the stuff where they rebuild his skull with the Megalon.
So that's my question. Like, did you know this was a movie about actually Megalopolis is a good idea and we should do that? Did you have any idea that was where we were going?
I didn't have an idea about any of it while I was watching it. It is so mired in its own asshole that I was just like, I don't get it. You know, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm dense, but I'm like, and like I said, I don't mind a challenging film, but this is just sort of throwing shit at the wall and just expecting me to make the pieces fit somehow on my own. And that's just not for me. It's like you should have had your vision and you should have completed it with some degree of, you know, finesse, but it's sloppy. The whole thing is sloppy.
I think part of it for me is the price tag. It's like there isn't enough going on for that price. If this was truly an indie film shot on video with a bunch of nobodies and even cardboard cutouts of this dream city he wants to build, we would probably have a different opinion of it.
I'm sure.
I think, again, if he had a proper screenplay, this thing and shot on the super cheap, this could have worked as a stage play. It could have worked rewritten, but yeah, I think part of it is it's $136 million worth of movie
of Drek,
for what is really arty stuff.
I mean,
he also isn't intending to make that money back. Like, he's deliberately cut it off from DVD and streaming. He just tours it, and you need to see it in a theater, in the one theater it's showing at any given time. And I guess at Con, and I assume this is still happening, there's a scene that isn't in the version I saw in the theatrical cut, where somebody in the audience stands up and has a conversation with a character on screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, like,
I don't know. That seems a little bit.
If you go to that showing, he'd better be handing out tabs of acid.
Well, I mean,
that would
just a
much
quick
better.
thing, though. Quick thing, though. Given what you just said, we should probably say the three of us went to said movie theater to see it this week, and we in no way broke any copyright laws. Right?
That's right.
We saw it in a theater.
Yeah, that's what you think. Sure.
Shut up. That's right.
Right.
I, as I'm watching it, I'm like, wait a minute. Knowing what you just said, I'm like, I mean, have to.
I saw it in the theater. I got a ticket for it. I get to say whatever I fucking want.
Me too. Oh, me too. Me too. Me too.
I mean,
me too.
all I ask is that somebody prove it that I didn't pay for it.
Yes. What he said.
But for me, it's sort of like I was watching it. I'm just thinking, it's Baz Luhrmann without the kineticism. It's Aronofsky without any of the whatever Aronofsky brings.
It's Aronofsky on crank. I mean,
it's Aronofsky crank to 11. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
But then it's also like Terrence Malick, but without the thoughtfulness. I mean, it's just, there was like all these other directors I could see making this much better. But I'm like, what are you doing, Coppola? And of the two movies previous of his that we've done in this show, we've done Dementia 13, which is basically his first movie. And then we did Dracula, which was sort of like his last real go round with studio fare.
I liked this Dracula.
I mean, and even Dementia 13, I thought was an interesting, like, indie film. It had elements and it was budgetarily constrained, but it was good to a degree. And Dracula is just a blast because it's just like, it's so crazy out there. But this was just like, what are you doing? Your head is so far up your ass that I don't know if you see what you're doing here, sir. It's just, this is why directors shouldn't do their passion projects ever.
Okay. I liked it.
I mean, which is fine.
I think that, honestly, I think you should watch it. I'm not sure that you'll like it, listener, but I do think it's worth having seen, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I like the idea of touring it though, but doing it like a Rocky Horror thing. That would be fun.
You're saying that the audience should just yell at the movie at all times.
Yeah, like dress up in their weird, like modern Roman garb and play characters and scream at the screen.
Honestly, I'm kind of down with that. That would be fun.
It needs some punchy,
great midnight movie, is what we're saying.
It needs some punchy music. Give me a bouncy C. Da 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 da. Yeah, that would improve it.
Yeah, and actually, it's even beyond whether I like it or not. It's more, it's got interesting stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I recommend it because again, it's got a lot of flaws, mostly to do with production and why in the fuck are you improvising on set? Yeah. That is just as the fucking disaster idea. Yeah. Go back to Godfather 3 where you did that. How'd that work out for you?
Mm-hmm. Well, but if you look at his entire career, though, it's like random peaks of greatness with long valleys of just what? I mean, it's so weird. His career is just so ridiculously strange to me because it's high, low, high, low, high, low.
It is the career of an artist then. You can't deny that this is art. And you're not going to always agree with an artist or even like what they do. Like the comparison between Disclosure Day, which I believe was written by Spielberg, and this. Yeah.
Well,
Spielberg's actual art was The Fabelmans that he made, a year or two ago. But Spielberg being such a just sort of like technician of blockbuster cinema and Coppola being just such a lunatic.
Yeah. The
lunatic is kind of more interesting.
But it also like if you compare it to, like musical acts. Like, at what point do they just hit a peak and can't do any sort of substantial follow-up stuff that is engaging? Like, they're still cranking out the stuff, but it's just not the same. That's kind of what I feel like for this. It's just sort of,
Yeah. Well, that's true of most, aren't they? I mean, that's why Tarantino did the whole "I'm making 10 films and then I'm out."
yeah, but also
because after a while, say what you will about him, but the idea is, everyone's kind of aware at some point you just run out of shit. I think Martin Scorsese is like the only one who has managed to still have a reason to make movies.
I mean, as an ongoing concern, yeah. But like, you can point to very few filmmakers that in their late career were throwing out bangers that were just as good as the stuff that made their reputation, like Kurosawa or Leone. I mean, it's a rare field, and I don't think Coppola's there because he hasn't made it. In my estimation, he hasn't made a watchable movie since Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Well, it's the same. It's also the same problem with Stanley Kubrick, that he always had a producer able to rein him in, and once he lost that guy, his shit just went crazy. He got out of hand with.
Maybe that's it.
I look at the Coppola filmography, and all of the best films he made, there was a co-writer. There was somebody he was anchored to, that he couldn't just go crazy. All of his worst films, he wrote on his own.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to liken this. So since you brought up the band analogy, I'm going to go pretty off the beaten path on this. So the band, The Church, who you probably know from songs like Under the Milky Way or Reptile from back in the day, right?
Right.
Kind of psychedelic goth music or something.
Hey, Starfish is a great album, man.
They released an album in 2023 that was a concept album called The Hypnagogue. And like when they get up and play stuff from the Hypnagogue, the singer gets up there and he's telling you this whole story about how the Hypnagogue is like, unifying all of music, but it's also like this dystopian future with it's absolute madness. And he tells you he was on acid, and it makes sense that he was on acid, right? And he's like way into this story. It's not bad. It's not as good as their big singles, but it is there as a piece of art. And you know what? Fine. You're allowed to do that.
I mean, make your art, man. But it's just, at some point, it moves into the realm of self-indulgence. And that's what
there's no question of that. Yeah. That I readily agree. But the thing is self-indulgence, at all interesting,
Yeah.
I think again, he needed somebody to rein him in. Actually, the thought, Tanya had a wonderful idea. He should have brought in Sofia Coppola, because she's great at writing for women, because all of the women in this are just insane cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
And actually, also, if the beginning parts, when they are having that weird stilted dialogue, if he had made it to look like a 1930s film, not set in the 1930s, but a 1930s film, then you could have gotten away with that level of dialogue.
Yeah.
He didn't.
It is very George Lucas-y in a certain regard. But it's just that he's got this crazy cast of established names.
Yeah, this is the kind of movie where Dustin Hoffman is a bit player.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is fine, but at the same time, it's like, but he also just carries on the tradition of the Coppola, like finding one role that is so absolutely miscast that it's distracting beyond degrees. And Aubrey Plaza as Wild Platinum, every time she's on screen, I'm like, this is the biggest tonal shift in 5 minutes.
No, she's one of the most fun things to watch in the movie.
But she doesn't really fit the rest of it. She's like this flash of just like craziness.
No more than she works as a blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then follow that with Shia LaBeouf showing up, who acquits himself. But at the same time, I'm like, it took me a minute to realize that was Shia LaBeouf.
Me too.
Because it's like, because he's
no
in
facial
the wigs
hair
and shit. Yeah. And my wife is like, is that Shia LaBeouf? I'm like, no. And then I had to look at, I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Now I see
I kept thinking he was some Irish actor I'd seen, in some minor thing and never knew his name. And Aubrey Plaza, the only reason I think she's here is she is far and away the best queen bitch, that you can cast. And the
Right.
whole thing with her towards the end and Shia LaBeouf, yeah, that's why you hire her. But otherwise, she does not belong here.
Yeah.
It's
And you could tell
it's
she's
poorly acted because it's poorly written.
but
she was
she's
really
also
on her own.
But she's on record as saying like, yeah, it was just like you'd show up for your film that day, and it would be totally changed. And like, there's like stories of Coppola's in his trailer smoking weed all day, which he denies. But it's like I wouldn't put it past him.
He's so fucking out of his gourd.
It's just like but you get like Adam Driver, which is like okay, whatever. You get Giancarlo Esposito, which I enjoy in just about anything.
Yeah, consummate professionals.
Great.
Yeah.
And then John Voight,
who looks
sort of thuds into
old.
the movie.
It's like, dude, it looks like John Voight. You could just push him over with a pinky. He's so old.
But you're supposed to. That's the character too.
But all I could think of is just I can't disconnect from John Voight being just such an uber Republican dickhead that it's just like I get why you would cast him in the Crassus role here, but at the same time I'm like, just fuck right off, John Voight. Fuck right off.
That did kind of take me out of it too. I will say that, like, just my irritation with his general existence is distracting.
But it's just weird.
But anyway, it's a movie. It's a weird fucking movie. It's a mess. It's not even a beautiful mess. It's just fucking crazy.
But am I wrong? Like, does it look cheap to you guys?
Oh no, it looks totally cheap
in parts.
Yeah.
And again, I think that is largely because of those two firings halfway through of the production designer and visual effects.
Oh no,
that meant, and they were in the middle of production when he did it. So that meant they had to rush all of the visuals. It's like, that's probably the thing you wanted to nail down first.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, after not watching the whole thing, but most of it, I came out of it. I'm like, that really makes me want to watch Hearts of Darkness again, the documentary about the chaos of Apocalypse Now. I'm like, that's a much more engaging depiction of how art is created than anything going on here. But
I think
that's just me.
There is actually a funny fictionalized movie of him after, Apocalypse Now trying to get a movie funded where everyone you won't go near him because of that documentary. Right. And they see what he's like on a set. And every time he asks for money, they say, why don't you just go sell your vineyard? Okay. Yeah. Fund it with your vineyard. Go sell your vineyard. And he finally does.
Bankrupt your entire family.
I think my final word on this is the official sequel to One from the Heart. Which is to say that
that really was bad. That one there's
but that's the point, right? Like it's Coppola doing whatever the fuck he's gonna do, and it's weird, and it's him, and okay, great, but nobody wants to see that kind of. But you've got a couple of good ideas and a few good visuals, and
But hey, let's
go,
get Tom Waits and Crystal Gale just singing narrative songs about what's going on. It's just the whole thing is just crazy.
I will also say one of his other go for broke, swing for the fences movies is Rumblefish, and that's one of my favorites. And that was one that at the time everyone hated as well.
Yeah.
Now, this is no Rumblefish, but I'm just saying he has a history of absolutely going for it as if there's no tomorrow, and I kind of respect that.
Well, I mean, but then you follow that up with Cotton Club, which has the two versions, like the studio version, which is just sort of like ho-hum, and then you get the like expanded Coppola version, which is better, but at the same time, it's like, God damn, this movie is just so long. It's just So he's peppered his career with just very, very massively classic cinema with a capital C, followed by just a bunch of just experimental dreck, which is fine. That's the artist's journey, but Megalopolis is just hang it up, man. Hang it up.
I'd like to see what Fellini would have done with this idea.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or or even Jodorowsky. You know what I mean? It's like,
shit. Yeah.
Go absolutely bullshit balls out crazy for Megalopolis if you're gonna.
How was this not bullshit balls out crazy?
Have you ever seen a Jodorowsky movie, man?
I but I'm just saying, like, this was pretty fucking crazy. I don't.
Yeah. It just didn't have the visual panache for me. It was tepid. It was tepid. So maybe that's where I'm irritated. I expect more from $130 million budget. You know what I mean?
$130 million doesn't buy what it used to buy, kids. You know, it's
It's like, hey, Coppola, here's like 250 million. Go ahead and make a superhero movie. Let's watch that.
I think that's what he did.
Yeah.
I think
Basically.
that's this.
This is Coppola's.
It's got
Marvel
superpowers and everything. You
That's
know,
true.
you can't even really call bullshit on the, he stops time and creates matter out of love.
Yeah.
If you're at the same time willing to watch Guardians of the Galaxy and go, yeah, that makes sense.
So basically, Megalopolis is just Coppola making a Russo brothers movie, is what we're saying.
sure.
Yeah. Crickets,
I think
man. I'm
we're saying a whole
befuddled. I
bunch
really
of
don't
different
get
things.
it. Yeah. I really just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I'm never getting that time back. But
Yeah.
sure, if you're curious, go watch it.
Yeah.
Let me also point out, though, I think we did a show on Nothing But Trouble, and our
No, we
discussion of that was nothing more than ew. And on this movie, we spoke for like almost an hour about this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to
Yeah.
talk about. It's
Well-
not empty calories.
Well, that's just it. We've never done an official show on Nothing But Trouble, but I feel like at some point we should.
No, we are never doing that.
No, we won't. No.
Fucked.
I said that hoping it was in our rear view. No,
Yeah, no, it's not happening. Folks, we did have something to talk about for an hour, and you're never getting that time back.
Haha, sucker.
Because you listened to the podcast, and you know what? If you subscribe to the podcast, we can suck up an hour of your week every week, and you'll never get it back. You're just going to have to
because we
deal with
suck.
it. So share that with your friends on social media and suck up their time too, so that there's balance in the world. And then write us and complain about it. Right at magnificentlyhuge@gmail.com, or go to our website maghuge.com, maghuge.com. Go to all of our socials. There's links there, and tell us you want your time back, and we won't stop time for you, and we won't give it back. You're fucked.